so I've got that one, I've got that one. I can now shift my attention to this closed loop and find the instant center 3, 6 by bisecting this quadrilateral, and that'll give me a triangle 1, 3, 6 and triangle 3, 5, 6. Okay, and so I already have 1, 3 and 1, 6 here, and I also have 3, 5 and 5, 6. Okay, so 1, 3 and 1, 6. Okay, 1, 6 is off at infinity, and so I have to take that line and move it parallel until it passes through 1, 3, and so it's going to be this line right here, which was, we had line 1, 2, 3 on that, but it's also line 1, 3, 6. Okay, and 3, 5, 6 is just going to be this line right here. So this is line 3, 5, 6, and so the intersection of 1, 3, 6 and 3, 5, 6 is this point right here, and that's point 3, 6. Okay. All right, let's take a look at instant center 1, 5. And so I just found 3, 6. Now we're going to work on 1, 5. And so I have line 1, 5, 6 and line 1, 3, 5. And 1, 5, 6 I make with 1, 6 and 5, 6. And 1, 3, 5 I make with 1, 3 and 3, 5. Okay, and so I find 1, 6 off, and 1, 5, 6 is this line that I drew when associated with that sliding motion, and 1, 3, 5 is 1, 3 and 3, 5, and so it's this line right here. So this line is 1, 3, 5, and so I can just extend that line. Extend that line on out, extend that line very carefully. And I'll get 0.15 right there. Well, one of the things that'll tell you is link 5 right here. This link right here is rotating about that point at that instant in time. And one of the things that'll tell me is if this is the center of rotation, that the position vectors from the center of rotation right here to C, position vectors to B, aren't that different in length. So the speed of point C and the speed of point B are going to be very close to being the same. Okay. All right, so now I have 11 out of the 15 of those instant centers that I'm trying to find. And now this is the time when you have to stare at this circle diagram when it becomes useful, because the question is, which of these ones that I have left can I find right now? Okay, and so what I'm looking for is a closed circuit of 4 of these edges in my graph that I can split up to find something I don't already know. And it looks like this one I just was running my pen across, 1, 2, 3, 6. I don't know 2, 6. Okay, so I'm going to try to find 2, 6, which will be line 1, 2, 6 and line 2, 3, 6. Okay, and notice in order for to make this work, because some of these are a little trickier to see, I have to have the 2, 6 in both lines and then two other numbers. Okay, so 2, 6 is what I'm looking for, and I've got a 2, 6 in both of those instant center lines, so that one will work. And I've got 1, 2 already that I know, 1, 6 already that I know. I also have 2, 3 that I know, and 3, 6 that I know. Okay, so 1, 2, and 1, 6, that's this line. It's the same line as line 1, 3, 6. So I'm just going to add the label to that, and then 2, 3, 6. I need 2, 3. 0.23 is right there, and then 3, 6 is right there. And so the interesting thing is those lines are on top of each other. Okay, so this is also line 2, 3, 6. That doesn't mean that that instant center doesn't exist, or that it can't be found, or anything weird like that, or that there's many of them. It just means that these two lines don't give me independent information. And even though I tried to find it right now, I don't have enough information, don't have independent information to find where 2, 6 is right now. So I'm going to have to come back to 2, 6. So I'm going to leave a little bit of space, and I'm going to try a different one. Okay. Which one can I try next? 4, 5 right here. That one's a little harder to see, but I've got a triangle right here, so I can do line 1, 4, 5, and I can also do 3, 4, 5. Okay, and so I already have 1, 5 and 1, 4, and I also already have 3, 4 and 3, 5. Okay, so when I try to find instant center 4, 5, I'm going to need to connect 1, 4 and 1, 5. So I've got 1, 5 right here, 1, 4 right there, and so line 1, 4, 5 is out here a ways. Okay, so I've got 1, 4, 5. It's right there, and then 3, 4 is off at infinity, and 3, 5. Let's see, here is right here. So I want to take this line and draw a line parallel to it. It'll be easier for me to keep that straight if I use the lines on my ruler. And so this right here goes through 3, 5, and it's parallel to this line through 3, 4, so 3, 4 is off at infinity here. And so I'm going to have, this will be line 3, 4, 5. This will be line 1, 4, 5. And so 4, 5 is out there a ways. Okay. It's a little hard to work with since it's off the page. So even though I found it, it's not going to be my favorite one to use to try to find some of these other ones. Okay. Which is a shame because I'd really like to use it to find, say, 2, 5. So I still have to find 2, 5, 2, 6, and there should be one other that I need to find, and also 4, 6 is the other one that I'm going to need to try to find. So of those, Let's just, let's see here. I'm going to need to pause for a moment, and we'll pick this up in part 2.